Hey, what's up, everyone? Jordan Bates here. Just waking up to another beautiful morning in Costa Rica, and I just wanted to say today, thank you, plant medicine. Thank you, plant medicine. You may be aware that there's a movement that's begun to spread. You can find it by searching hashtag thank you plant medicine on various social media platforms. I had the honor the other day to meet Jonathan, one of the founders of Thank You Plant Medicine. Lovely individual, and really filled my heart with warmth to meet him and to see on social media. Recently there was an event for Thank You Plant Medicine, a kind of global coming out day where people would change their profile picture and share stories of how plant medicine has impacted them. I participated in this, maybe many of you did as well, and it was just amazing to see such a flood of people, at least in my circles, a huge number of people sort of being vocal and stepping out of the psychedelic closet and sort of proudly and boldly saying thank you plant medicine, thank you to psilocybin mushrooms and ayahuasca and peyote and San Pedro and all the other medicines that have been used for hundreds or thousands of years in indigenous traditions, some of the most powerful psychotechnologies available to mankind. It's amazing to see this movement forming to once again recognize the power, the healing power of these medicines, and to reintegrate them into our global civilization, because they're truly perhaps the most powerful tools available to us for many numbers of psychological interventions, many different types of healing, for working with addiction and depression and anxiety and alienation, PTSD. The list goes on of the many ailments that plant medicine can help address, as well as for their usefulness also extends to what's been called the betterment of well people. Even if you are healthy and feeling relatively well in life, plant medicines can be beneficial to you because they can peel back the layers of your conditioned perception and open you up to, they can temporarily dissolve the conditioned structures of your perception and allow you to once again perceive the world through the eyes of a child, through the eyes of poetic wonder, through the eyes of playfulness and joy. Plant medicines have been so instrumental in my journey, it's hard to even begin to say what they've done for me. It was about 10 years ago now that psilocybin first really opened my eyes and helped me to realize that I was living out a life script I had inherited from my society that wasn't really nourishing to my soul, and that the rules of my society had been created by other human beings like me who didn't necessarily know better than I did, and that it was possible to rewrite the script, rewrite the rules, and go in a different direction. Psilocybin really showed me that there was another side of the coin. It reactivated my childhood curiosity. It activated me as a student of nature. It caused me to want to become really excited about exploring the world and getting very curious about the world, and going out to learn and understand and travel, and go on a journey of healing and internal liberation and transformation, a kind of spiritual and mystical journey that ultimately years later would lead me to ayahuasca, which occasioned another absolute quantum leap in my in my life world, and has eventually led to me sitting here in Costa Rica. Ayahuasca helped me in more ways than I can name. It helped me realize that I was still resisting life to an extent I hadn't noticed, and it helped me go so much deeper into trusting life, and really seeing that life and nature are permeated by an intelligence, that we live in a living, breathing cosmos that is permeated with intelligence, and that it's really okay to trust life. Ayahuasca helped to heal a lot of neurosis in my mind. It felt like the volume knob of my monkey mind was just permanently turned down, and there's a lot more space around my thoughts and space around my experience. It helped me to discover more than ever before the space of silence and stillness and pure awareness that lies beyond the thinking mind. And it helped me to realize that this space of silence and stillness is really the portal to divinity, the portal to God, and the portal to pure consciousness that exists within our human experience. If you learn how to dwell in that space of pure awareness, you come to see that you are one with all that is. You come to see that you're one with all that is, and that the fundamental substrate of all that is a kind of living intelligence, a living consciousness, and that all of this is arising and falling away within consciousness itself. And as a result of realizing that, and through other ayahuasca experiences, my fear of death was profoundly diminished. I saw that what we think of death is really an illusion. Ultimately, there's only one eternal life in all of existence, and we are it. We are the one life that moves and breathes through all of nature, and what we think of as death is simply a change of form. It's just a transition to the next adventure, but our true nature is deathless. It's changeless, it's formless, and it's infinite and eternal. And I can't say what a blessing it's been to see that death is nothing to fear. It really opens one up more to life, to see that death is just the next adventure, and to look really closely at death as well, to see that this human incarnation is temporary. It sweetens life with a drop of levity, and it helps you see the preciousness of life. And as I've come more into trust with ayahuasca, I've realized a different way of being in the world. I've come into more of a flow in the world. I've surrendered to the flow of life, and I take a lot of action. There's a balance between action and surrender, and this is kind of the yin and yang of manifesting your visions in the world. But increasingly, the action that I take in the world feels effortless. It feels like I've learned how to watch the flow of energy in the world, watch where it wishes to move, and align myself with that flow of energy, align myself with the thread of intrinsic motivation, what I feel intrinsically joyful to do, that which makes me come alive, that which I simply want to do. The more and more that I align myself with that, allow myself to be free and just to do what makes me come alive, the more that I find myself in this effortless flow state in life. And I notice that life is constantly giving me signals and signs and synchronicities and indications of where the energy wants to flow. And I've learned how to flow with that energy and trust it and let go of expectation and attachment. And because the more you attach to outcome and project expectation onto reality, the more you're subtly resisting life. So you flow with life and you follow your highest joy, letting go of attachment to outcome and expectation. And what you find then is that life becomes this kind of effortless flow of manifesting more and more of your dreams. You find yourself living in your dreams and manifesting more and more dimensions of your dreams as you continue to trust the flow of life. That really only begins to scratch the surface of what plant medicine has brought me. It's brought me peak experiences beyond description, unbelievable ecstatic joys, just profound joy, profound love for life and to be alive. I've gazed upon indescribable vistas, celestial vistas, and unbelievable fractal geometry and celestial cities and entities apparently from other places, other realms and dimensions. My sense of wonder and my sense of the infinitely labyrinthine nature of this mystery of life has been expanded dramatically by plant medicine. And that only scratches the surface, but that's an approximation of the gifts that plant medicine has bestowed upon me. So again, today I just wanted to say thank you, plant medicine. Thank you, thank you, thank you, plant medicine. Thank you, ayahuasca. Thank you, psilocybin. May we truly rediscover the power and beauty of these tools and reintegrate them in a wise fashion in our global civilization for the highest good of all of us. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Subscribe if you like, if you appreciated this video. Sending you a lot of love, wishing you a lovely existence. Peace.